Hello and welcome back to the Fat for Weight Loss channel. Today I am showing you how to make my favorite keto protein waffles. So I've been tracking macros a lot recently and I'm trying to get very high protein levels, and to do that I need to substitute with a little bit of protein powder. So I thought, why not make waffles? Why not make it taste delicious? So this is the recipe. I'm going to show it to you right now, and then afterwards I'm going to show you some tips and tricks that I use all the time because I make this recipe a lot. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to get this recipe just perfect, so stick around. Okay, so the first question you probably have is, do I need to use protein powder, or can I substitute the protein powder with something else, or which protein powder do you use? I'll start with the last question there. I use Venom protein powder. So the protein powder that I always get is from Venom here in Australia. They do grass-fed protein. Now you can buy the natural flavor, which doesn't have any sweeteners and doesn't have any flavor additions to it. Then you can also buy one of the flavored or the sweetened ones. Watch out because they are flavored with sucralose, which is an artificial sweetener. I know that Bulk Nutrients in Australia here does a stevia sweetened one, which comes in vanilla or chocolate. So definitely check out those ones if you want to get a sweetened version of the protein powder. I've been using the artificial sweetener one, shock horror, and it's been fine. So it depends on what you want to do. It's really up to you. Do you need to use protein powder for this recipe? Yes. Unfortunately, you can't really substitute the binding power of protein powder that you get from using whey protein isolate or whey protein concentrate. You can actually buy it in Coles and Woolworths. It's in the health food aisle. It'll be called whey protein powder or whey protein concentrate or isolate or something, and you can use it in baking a lot. I use it in a lot of baking. So you know, buy a packet, you can buy 500 grams and that'll last you ages. So tip number 2, using a Dash waffle iron. So in America, they have these Dash waffle irons, which are like the mini ones, and they come out perfect. But the problem is, America has 110 volts and Australia has 240 volts. So if you plug it in, if you somehow manage to plug the American plug into your Australian outlet, it's going to fry it because you don't have a step down transformer. To get the voltage down to 110, which is necessary to use that type of waffle iron, you need to get what's called a step down transformer. So the step down transformer link is actually in the recipe, so go ahead and jump over to the recipe link in the description of this video, and it shows you how to do that and it shows you which one to buy. So if you want to get the cheap Dash waffle iron from America and you live in Australia, that's what you're going to have to do. Tip number 3, what toppings can I put on it? Okay, so I made a blueberry compote that is in that video, and the blueberry compot's easy as. All you do, you put a pot on the stove, you put some blueberries in it, you put some water in it, and you put a little bit of erythritol in it, like a tablespoon, and you just cook it down and you simmer it and you reduce it until it becomes thick and juicy and a sauce-like consistency. So that's what's called a compote. That's what I've used there. I've also used some Greek yogurt. I love the protein Greek yogurt you can get from Aldi. It's the high protein one, and it's relatively low in net carbs, so I think that one's really, really good. You can put whatever you want on these. Like you can put lemon, you can put strawberries, you can put whatever you want. It really doesn't matter. Just if you are tracking, make sure to track it correctly and put that all into your macro calculator. This recipe uses ricotta cheese. Do you need ricotta cheese in this recipe? Can you leave it out? What can you substitute with it? I've made it a lot without ricotta cheese, and I've made it with ricotta cheese. It's always better with ricotta cheese, so don't leave it out. The other thing is that if you don't have ricotta cheese, you can substitute it with a few other ingredients that are very similar. So you could use cream cheese, you could use mascarpone cheese, you could use cottage cheese, you could use sour cream, you could use cream, you could use yogurt, you could use whatever you want. As long as it's like that dairy taste and it's that fluffy, moist texture, then these protein waffles are going to taste absolutely awesome. They're going to be crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. So that's what I want. That's what I want you to have. Don't miss it. And the last option is, if you don't have almond milk, what can you use instead? So I'm using unsweetened almond milk. You can use unsweetened coconut milk. You could use any other unsweetened variety of milk that is available in your local area. Depending on your carb tolerance, you could probably use normal milk, or you could make milk from heavy cream and erythritol. I have a recipe for that on my website. You just go into the search bar and you can search for it there. It's really up to you. So if you've only got heavy cream and you want to make milk from heavy cream, go and search for that recipe, then use it in this recipe, and hopefully that helps. So I hope you love recipe videos like this. If you did, make sure you hit the subscribe button below, and until next time, I will see you then.